Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mania 4K World Cup 2022 Quarterfinals weekend. We have had amazing matches over the last 24 hours, and this match right now that we're going to witness will be of no exception. These two countries have faced each other a total of 5 times within the last 7 years. They first faced each other in 2015, round of 16 and the losers finals, both victories to Japan. They then faced each other again 3 years later in the losers semi-finals. Malaysia won that, and just recently last year, both these teams faced each other twice in the round of 16 and the losers finals, both going to tiebreaker and both going to Malaysia. So a 6th time in the 4K World Cup. I am Raviel and I'm joined by Potassium F. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. I'm so excited. This is a classic matchup. It seems to happen every year. As you were saying, Malaysia versus Japan, and the rules of Malaysia versus Japan typically in the past have been Japan picks Rice, Malaysia picks LN. Very cut and dry, very simple. But looking at these rosters this year, both of these teams are the most well-rounded they have ever been, I would say. Japan is no longer just a Rice team. Looking at all of their scores, on LNs especially, players like Ice Cake, Yoppie Yuga, and G2T coming in, getting some extremely good hybrid LN scores, and Rice as well. They're so well-rounded.
Yeah, and these two teams, we also need to mention, are 4th and 5th seeded in qualifiers. It is as close as it gets.
Yeah, and right now, these roles, they're going to be important, and it's going to be Japan to win the first one. So it is going to be Malaysia having the first ban, I believe. And
yeah,
it will be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here. I imagine Malaysia will ban an SV because Japan is a very well-known SV team.
Very certain that Marinol is going to be out.
I want Line Zeta to be banned, so that Marinol gets picked, but that's just a little bit of hopium from me.
We shall see. It might happen.
Most likely to be Marinol, I would say.
Yeah.
But Japan's ban is going to be interesting. Malaysia still do have an extremely strong LN team, so maybe they do ban something like Peta Peta.
Yeah. Japan did ban Sludge the last round, which was LN1, and Malaysia banned SV2, which was me and you. Oh, they are going to ban Line Zeta.
Let's go. Marinol is going to be picked.
Open. Marinol's open. Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Go Japan, first pick Marinol. I know you'll do it.
If you can't see it, then you just never know it. I feel sorry for you.
I wanna say Desperado should be banned from Japan.
That could very well be the case. Japan's... I haven't entirely gotten a full grasp of Japan's LN abilities when it comes to these harder maps in the late game. Because some of these players, they're kind of new.
Yeah, and not only that, because like just looking at Malaysia's score on Dawnwall last weekend, they were 1st. But they are going to ban Peta Peta.
Interesting, actually. Yeah, Peta Peta is going to be the ban. Of course, Malaysia having, some extremely heavy hitters when it comes to LN. Chiwi, of course, being the name that you have to pay attention to. So it's never, ever going to be a bad ban to ban away one of the LN maps from Malaysia. And it's going to be Ego actually being the first pick. Japan continuing a little bit of a trend that's started last year of picking the tech maps first.
Yep, and they're going to do it again. This one's a very short tech map, about roughly 1.5 minutes.
And we'll wait for both teams to sort through their players, what roster they want to go with. Looks like we've got Apple, of course, staying in for Malaysia. One of the best performing players so far in these earlier rounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be Apple and Chiwi, just the 3rd player. I feel like it could be
Leon
or
Transition.
Yeah,
Transition is in the lobby right now. They're just in the wrong slot. So that would make a lot of sense. It looks like we've got Sleek Girl, Yoppie Yugen, and AM Dusky are coming in. Very solid roster, of course, from Japan, being known as one of these heavy-hitting Rice teams for a long time. Definitely interesting to see Malaysia definitely have stronger Rice than they ever have, I would have to say, with the addition of players like Transition and Seoul.
Yeah, but I feel like in this kind of scenario, it still can be a toss-up, especially with what Japan has to offer.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, Japan obviously are going to feel comfortable on this, but I mean, the accuracies that we know the all of Malaysian team can get on all maps, it's going to be scary. And on a tech map like this, it very well may come down to the misses if they do happen.
Yes. I'm expecting a couple, but from who, we will never know.
Yeah, very easy to miss, of course, and as it is such a short map, you know, 1 minute 40. One miss is going to do so much to that score difference.
Alright, let's get ourselves into it. Map number 1 between Malaysia and Japan. Eagle is the pick from Japan.
So here we go, getting into it right now. Oh, a bit of a rough start from Transition there. Starting a little bit below 99%, but it's going to be able to raise that accuracy quite quickly. Small accuracy lead for Japan at the start of this map.
Yeah, apart from Transition, everyone else holding above 99.85.
Yeah, that is no joke of an accuracy for this lobby. Transition now managing to recover all the way to 99.7. Very strong accuracy now across the board. Scully's going to remain close just like this. 99.9 being held right now for AM Duskia and Chiwi. Apple matching Yopi Yugen. And it's going to be Sleek Girl winning over Transition. That's going to be what's keeping Japan in a little bit of an advantage.
And but like we mentioned as well, a miss can definitely flip things, and this map is also really short. We're already halfway through, and we already can see about a 2,600 point lead.
2,000 points, yeah. There's one miss would completely switch the sides, no questions asked.
And that's one miss from JH Legal!
Right at the start of the second half. That's a really big drop. That was the highest, the second highest accuracy that it was from Japan. And missing again.
Another one.
Sleek Girl, this is now Malaysia starting to run away with the win. If
The lead should be unassailable.
Yeah. Now Yopi Yugen finding a miss. That's going to be it. That's going to seal the deal. There's no way that Japan could possibly come back now with 3 full combos still from Malaysia.
That's the risk of picking something this short. You miss once, and you look at that lead now, suddenly about 36,000 points, and these accuracies, oh my gosh.
Oh, AMD and Chiwi, those ratios are crazy.
Oh my
Almost
God.
1 to 15. And without those misses, it does look like, you know, Japan probably would have a bit of an accuracy lead. Hard to tell, but unfortunately, it is, for Japan at least, it is going to be a couple misses coming in from their side. That's going to seal the deal. So Malaysia winning at a very, very early break point in this match. And they're going to go straight for the LN. They know what they're trying to pick here. And it's going to be Daisy Cutter. But once again, I don't actually think that either team has any extremely safe picks. That's the issue for both of them right now.
Yeah, that's why this match is gonna be so fun to watch, because you don't really know if one team has a higher edge over the other. So Leon is now in the lobby for this one.
We've got some LN specialists coming in, Leon and Ice Cake for either team. Leon, of course, being really well known for having extremely high LN accuracy overall, so you know if he's going to be subbed in, it's going to be a scary team score from Malaysia, I'm expecting here.
Well, I was actually expecting G2T to come in for this one, but JH Legal is staying in.
Yeah, JH Legal, of course, being a very, very strong LN player for Japan as well. Historically as well, has been a very strong performer in the LNs. But it's really just been this year that Japan have really gotten 3 solid players to be able to play.
I was waiting for that client to load everybody in at once, and we should be, yeah, getting ourselves going.
Oh wow, these accuracies! 99.9 for 5 players? Hello? Right now, the lowest accuracy is 99.8 by the entire Japanese team, actually.
And yeah, Chiwi is just doing what Chiwi does.
Yeah, 99.95 for Chiwi right now. That's a lot of the difference. Japan, the entirety of Japan is slowly kind of losing accuracy down to 99.7 now. It's still very strong for all 3 players. But Chiwi and Leon, 99.93, 99.88. And
yeah, but sorry.
Yeah, Japan just struggling, dropping a few more 200s as well. All 3 of their players now dropping 99.6 for Ice Cake and Sleek Girl.
Yeah, Japan's accuracy lagging behind by a bit, but one miss can definitely still change things from Malaysia's side.
Yeah, Apple is dropping accuracy down as well, down to 99.68. So basically the same as Japan's average. And that's a miss from Apple! That's pretty significant. Is the accuracy lead going to be enough to keep Malaysia in it, though? I think it will. I think Malaysia might still have the advantage.
It was a very clean miss.
Leon's accuracy dropped down a little bit, but it's all in Chiwi. 99.91, that's keeping them in, even with the miss. 3 full combos still for Japan.
And Malaysia will take it with the miss. Just, I would say, from Chiwi and Leon scores alone, but Chiwi with a V1 double S. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a monster. Like, look at the ratios as well. Chiwi completely destroying every other player on ratio, and other players' ratios is really good. Like, Leon and Yoppie Yugen's ratios were extremely good there.
We're going straight into Jump Stream Ram. Another very short map. This is about 1:30 as well.
Yeah, Japan are really trying to pick for these more jump stream type, I guess, comfort for their own players. But at the same time, you know, with these short maps, like you said, you really can't afford to be making any mistakes. And right now, Malaysia's not really making any mistakes.
I mean, when they are making mistakes, they have someone to cover it.
Yeah, at the very least, this should be more of a chance for Japan than Daisy Cutter just then. If there is a similar miss from one of the Malaysian players on a map like this, there is no way that Japan doesn't capitalize on it here.
And we do see G2T now come in for this.
And we're seeing transition coming back in for Malaysia here. It looks like all the players are now settled. AM Dusky, of course, returning for the Rice Picks.
Oh, seems like Apple might be a bit stuck. Oh, are we good to go? Okay, we are good to go.
And here we go, the speed jump stream map. Less potential for chokes in this one. Much more straightforward in terms of the patterning, but it is fast.
Yeah, and one miss can definitely also be huge, impactful.
Oh, they matter. They matter all that much more on a map like this.
From Japan.
Yeah, 3 mirrors versus 3 no mirrors. Perfectly mirrored match we have between these two teams. Right now, it actually looks like Malaysia's the one with the advantage. All 3 Malaysian players holding around 99.9%, while Japan holding still very, very well. A little bit lower, G2T in particular, 99.83. I mean, that's still so high. Few 200s difference, really.
They're all so close, within like 0.1% of each other. Oh, G2T with a miss though!
A miss from G2T, that's gonna be a huge lead now for Malaysia. They're gonna start to run away with this. And if there's no miss. Oh, I mean, at this point now, you know, Malaysia, all their job really is to do is to hold on to these combos. If they manage to hold on to 3 full combos here, it should be a fairly clean win for them.
And that will be a huge statement as well in this match. Alright, here we go. We have one last quarter remaining.
Yeah, Apple and Chiwi right now still holding on to 99.9. AMD and Sleep Girl actually now building all the way back up to 99.9 on the Japanese
Just
side.
a miss. Just a miss on
There's a
BGB,
miss from
and
Sleep
follow. And Malaysia, they will take no prisoners. They take a second rise point.
Yeah, these combos are just too consistent for Malaysia that, oh my god.
Apple?
No.
Apple and AMD, 1-300 apart.
Oh, those are scary scores. Chiwi as well, 106. 120 for Sleet Girl. I mean, the worst ratio here is 152. 1 to 10 from transition, and that's a double S. Oh, wow.
I don't really know what else to say. Desperado Waltz getting picked here as usual. The L-Lens coming in.
Yeah, so Malaysia going to keep up this LN. And Japan, they're going to want to win something right now. It's 3-0 down for them. They've lost 2 breakpoints in a row now. And, you know, they're going to have to start soon.
Yeah, Japan do have another pick if they do lose this, but whatever pick it is, it has to be extremely crucial.
They have to pick SB. They have to pick Marinol.
Yeah, actually, why haven't they picked Marinol
They have
yet?
not picked Marinol yet. I think it's coming next. But either way, they are definitely going to be wanting to make this one as close as possible. This map should be winnable for Japan, like you said. This is the LN density pick, and you mentioned Dornwald, Japan having an extremely good score on that last week.
Yeah, but you also need to remember Chiwi is playing for Malaysia.
Yeah, that's always the problem here, and it's not even just Chiwi. We have Leon and Apple.
Yeah.
It's not just the
Very
single
hard
player
hitter.
for Malaysia that's doing the carrying, it's the fact that they can back him up. That's what makes them so scary as a team. So we'll see Ice Cake and Yoppie Yugen coming in for Japan. Sleet Girl is staying in once again. And we'll see if Japan can get something done here. Try to win a breakpoint back. And so far, wow, huge lead for Malaysia. 40,000 points already.
Alright, client, let's compose ourselves. I'm gonna start, they usually go with a bit of an accuracy drop. That's probably gonna be the only accuracy drop in this intro, yep.
Yeah, the other 5 players. Well, actually, Apple drops a little bit of accuracy as well.
Yes.
Other players holding very strong though. Chiwi and Leon 99.9 for both of them. Yoppie Yugen not too far behind either. But of course, if you've seen Desperado Waltz before, it's not too relevant what happens in the first half. It's going to come down to this last half. If we see any misses, any chokes. And so far, Japan keeping things close relatively. These accuracy differences are not massive. We can see, look, 1,000 points being the difference at 1/3 in.
But like you said, it's mostly just gonna happen. Most of the lead changes could happen in the second half.
Yeah, all these players should definitely be capable of comboing, but very easy to choke for anyone. Unless you're Chiwi.
Client?
That was Client. Or wasn't it Leon?
Yeah, that was client.
Okay, that was Client. Okay. The combo came back for Ice Cake, but not for Leon for a while. That made me a little bit nervous.
Oh, but that's an actual miss from Yoppie! That's a genuine one.
Yeah, very clean miss because it was in a slow section, but it does mean that now Japan are relying on Malaysia to find a miss sometime. And Yoppie Yugen with another miss.
One. Now there has to be at least 2 from Malaysia.
Ooh, and relying on a miss for Malaysia is not a position you want to be in right now. There's still a third of the map
Especially
left.
on LN. Yes. Okay, but this final quarter can get a bit brutal. Ice kick of a miss. Only one FC remaining from Japan.
Still 3 FCs for Malaysia, and these accuracies are so strong as well. Chiwi's still with 99.87.
Yeah, what can you do?
Malaysia's not really giving them anything they can do. Even without those misses, Malaysia's accuracy, I don't think this is beatable for Japan's players right now. We're getting towards the end of the map already. All 3 of these players, Apple actually finding a little bit of an accuracy drop there. And a miss
to boot.
But
But
that
it won't
chill
matter at all.
way
Yeah.
too late in the map for that one. It is going to be another clean point for Malaysia at the end of the day. And we didn't really get to see
my.
the scores.
Wait, they're ignoring Marinol. They're going straight for
ignoring
M
Marinol.
prediction. They're going for stamina.
This is an interesting pick. This could be the last pick that Japan gets in the match, and they're choosing to ignore the SV, which they have been the best team in the entire tournament.
Okay, this is very interesting. Losing 2 Rice maps, but still picking one on what could be your final pick in this match. And choosing to ignore Marinol when it's open, it's
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
really too sure to say.
I feel like Japan has to, like, they have the advantage on Marinol. They should, at least, theoretically. Maybe, I mean, it could be that they're not so comfortable. Maybe they just want to get a Rice win on the board before they start trying to pick into the SV. But either way, this is Malaysia's chance now. Both teams should be fairly evenly matched on this one, but it has been Malaysia that's been a little bit more consistent when it comes to that combo. And consistency is the key when we're looking at long maps like this, stamina draining ones.
Yeah, Malaysia so far this entire match has been so consistent. The only miss is really just coming from Apple.
And here we are once again. We're seeing G2T and Aimduskia in transition back in for Malaysia. 100 on 5 players from the first chord.
We still see 2 100%. Alright, how long will they keep this up?
Okay, Sleek Girl versus Apple. Look at the top of your screens there. Oh,
Sleep
Apple
goes the
wins.
first. Alright. Yeah.
Apple wins there. It's like
Okay, none of
150
this
or
really
so.
matters. Yeah, but this is pretty much just ignorable. Once we get into the real stamina draining stuff.
Of course. It matters for the flex, but now we're getting into the real streams. This is where the map really starts. And right now, actually, it's looking like both teams are basically even. Sleek Girl, Aimduskia, and G2T all holding around 99.9. Apple and Chiwi really carrying this Malaysian accuracy. Transition a little bit behind the other players, but not by much. About 1-200 difference between Transition and the players of Japan right now. Oh, and this lead is going back.
Oh, the difference makers just really the accuracy from transition.
Yeah, right now it's looking like an interesting spread. Chiwi and Apple are the 2 best accuracies on the board, but Sleek Girl now catching up to Apple. That's going to give Japan a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, Japan should have this lead right now just from transition's accuracy, but a lot can still change. We're only halfway through.
Yeah, we call it a lead. This is like an 100-point lead right now.
Definitely less than 1,000. But transition's accuracy is dropping.
Oh, but it's all going to come down to the second half. Continuous streams during the second half, and no player can afford to slip up at all. Not even a 200 in a map that's this close right now.
I'm a little bit worried for Japan though, because Japan's consistency on Rise so far has not been the best.
G2T dropped in accuracy just a little bit.
Yeah.
0.02 drop in accuracy from G2T, and that's enough to put Malaysia back into a tied situation.
Oh gosh, it's the final quarter, and I think Japan still has a very small lead.
Oh, it's so hard to tell.
They're dropping. They're both under 99.9.
AMD, that was a couple 200s, 99.84, and now it's a definite lead for Malaysia. Couple 200s difference between these two teams. But as long as Malaysia hold on to this consistency with the 200 count, they should be able to take it.
There has to be a combustion from Malaysia. This is a definitive lead now.
It's so close. It's so close. There's less than 1,000 points surely between these two teams. But it's towards the end of the map. I don't think there's any situation where Malaysia could lose this now.
There is no time. It is within 1,000, 1,200. That is it. That's a 5th point and breakpoint to Malaysia as well.
Completely decided by... that was a 100 from AMD here.
Oh, it was 100.
Oh, wow. Oh, these accuracies are so close. But it's the 200 count for Team Japan. 2 double S's for Malaysia side in Apple and Chiwi. But 4 200s and 1 100 are what end up giving Malaysia that all-important advantage. 5-0. Malaysia match point, and they get their own pick. Wait. Hang on a second.
They banned SV1 and they want to pick SV1.
Wait.
Malaysia, hello?
Malaysia?
Yeah, look at the map pool. Look at the red dots at the bottom. They are going for Marino.
Okay, this is interesting. Malaysia's trying to pick the map that they banned.
they banned an SV to pick an SV.
Against the best SV team in the tournament.
Against the best SV team in the tournament.
I wonder what Malaysia's thinking. Malaysia definitely is very strong at SV. There's no question in that. But Malaysia don't have to risk anything right now. Japan's SV is extremely strong. I think Japan should have somewhat of an advantage on this, but maybe Malaysia's trying to read something into Japan's picks. Maybe Malaysia are trying to call out Japan. Maybe there's a reason that Japan haven't picked it so far.
This will be huge if Malaysia can seal a clean sweep on SV against Japan.
This would be a massive flex. This would be a huge statement for Malaysia if they manage to take the win on this, but I'm not so sure it'll play out that way. I think Japan, Gyoza Goki coming in and Ice Cake.
Yes.
Their SV team is so good.
That's the SV team that they used last weekend as well. All 6 players, actually. Alright, let's see.
Oh, 200s already from Leon. That was the Scream LN, and that's going to set Leon back quite a lot. Every 200 matters quite a lot in this map, I imagine.
Oh my gosh, Gyoza was still holding a V2 double S.
Oh, Gyoza's sharpshooting this. How?
Even 200, Malaysia are already having to play chase.
Yeah, this start section is surprisingly difficult to avoid 200s on, and Malaysia's dropping quite a few. Apple dropped a couple now as well, but Japan, I mean, look at this. 99.92? Hello? Gyoza?
Gyoza.
I wonder if Gyoza's even seeing any SV on his screen right now. This is just a regular 3-star accuracy map.
This is just a 3-star map to Japan.
Just imagining Gyoza right now has his eyes closed, just playing the map in his head through his imagination only. But Ice Cake as well, 99.7, 99.55 for Yoki Yugen, still higher than the best Malaysian score, and this LN section, very easy to drop a lot of 200s on.
Nothing so far.
Ooh, Leon getting caught up on those. Yeah, on those bursts. These can be quite hard to time.
Yoppy's dropping accuracy.
Oh, Yoppy dropped a lot, 98.65, but this is basically the end of the map. There's a third of the map left, but all of the hard parts are gone. Like this slider maybe, but if you've all practiced it, that shouldn't be a problem. That's it. this map does not
Yeah.
have much difficult things left. So right now, Japan, they have enough of an advantage. I don't think they should be able to lose this lead.
Let's hope not, because this lead is still kind of small just from the accuracy of Yoppie, but Gyoza is definitely helping.
Yeah, it's small, but Gyoza and Ice Cake right now are just so far ahead of everyone. It's going to be way too hard for Malaysia to come back, and I mean, no one's even going to drop 200s on this end. It would be ridiculous.
And Japan, they will take a point.
A break point off of Malaysia. Malaysia, I mean, 6-way full combo. This is a pretty crazy lobby's performance overall.
88?
But Goza Goki.
88?
Yeah, okay.
88?
Okay, 994.
Oh my gosh.
He comes in, gets a 994 on Marinol, and leaves immediately. That's...
Their job is done. Their job is just done.
Well, not much else you can say there. Yep. Yozagoki putting one on the board for Japan.
Going back to Japan, justify my love. We're going to Kojaks.
Oh, here we go. Okay, and I wonder, maybe that has given Japan a little bit of confidence now. It was on an SV map, but it's a point. They're on the board now. They have a monumentally impossible task of reverse sweeping Malaysia. But maybe.
What if?
What if? The important thing for Japan right now is Malaysia have no more LN picks left. There are no LNs on the board.
There are still hybrids. That's gonna be
There are hybrids. Hybrids, I feel like Japan are quite good at hybrids. But it's going to be hard to not drop a single one. They cannot afford any chokes for the entire rest of the match. And it starts right now. Justify my love, especially a Jack map like this when we have 6 players so physically capable. And oh my god, we're seeing Chiwi switching out.
What?
Maybe we're seeing Soul coming in. Or Neo. But yeah, I'm getting nervous if I'm seeing Chiwi switch out.
Japan's Kojak consistency over the last few years has been pretty incredible.
Yeah. But when we have... it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous because misses on Core Jack can be absolutely fatal when we have such high accuracies across the board. And Leon joining instead of Chiwi is not what I would have expected.
This is a surprise.
Everyone spamming AMD in the chat makes a lot of sense. Definitely a very strong player when it comes to the Jacks.
AMD is going to be extremely key for this map. But is this going to be the finalized Malaysia side? It is!
It is. Interesting that I wouldn't have thought this, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see. Apple, Leon, and Transition against Yoppie, J. Go, and AMD on Kojaks.
Yeah, that... Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We haven't really seen any Core Jack maps so far in this tournament, so this is going to be the first look at Core Jacks for all of these players.
Okay, Apple.
Oh my god, Apple.
Okay, Apple.
Okay.
Oh, you can stop. Oh my gosh.
There we are. Okay, Apple stopped. Good. But so far, Leon and Transition having a little bit worse time than the other 4 players right now. Apple, of course. 99.99. 100% again!
Hey, what?
Oh, Apple!
It flickered back up to 100% for like a very split second.
But look at Japan's whole team. 99.95 for all 3 of them. That is
Japan showing that this is a team game.
Monstrous team performance right now for Japan. But this is still such a risky pick, even though the accuracies are higher for Japan. They're still fairly high for Malaysia, 99.7 for Leon, 99.8 almost for Transition. So still keeping it competitive if there was any chokes from Japan's side, and we still have the dense section yet to come.
The miss coming from Leon though, not gonna help them.
Gonna give quite a big buffer for Japan now. Japan can, of course, afford 1 miss for their own. They still will have the accuracy advantage either way.
Yeah, but this section right here is pretty much your accuracy builder. But Leon finding another miss.
Oh,
And
transition
as
missing.
well, both of them. That should be it, I think. Japan
Malaysia
is
starting
just...
to struggle. Apple absolutely not struggling though. That's
Apple
a crazy score from Apple right now.
Apple
But yeah,
is
this
erupting.
we're at the denser section now, but it just feels a little bit too late right now. Too many misses coming in from Malaysia. Still the triple FC. The lowest accuracy on Japan is 99.9. And yeah, that's kind of all there is to say about it right now. Japan's team just ridiculously strong. Yopi finding a miss, but it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, this late into the map with this much lead for Japan.
Yup, and as a second point to Japan, Apple and AMD, I believe those are both V1SSs, yes.
Oh, 35.
35 and 66.
999 for Apple. But then 66, yeah, oh my god. These are just incredible scores from a lot of these players here, and it is a win for Japan by 55,555.
Oh, now it's back to Malaysia. There is still the entire hybrid pool.
If they want to pick the most LN-focused hybrid, maybe Summer comes out here.
It should be Summer. I will be surprised if it's anything but Summer, I think. Maybe Meteor? But it should be Summer.
Yeah, you would have to expect Summer to come out. It's a little bit harder now for Malaysia to try and pick their picks. There is no obvious LNs left. It's going to be Summer.
It's going to be Summer, yes. They want to close it out. They do not want to play around anymore.
Yeah, this one. A lot of LNs in this one. But of course, it being a hybrid, LNs are not going to be the only deciding factor. A lot of mini jacks throughout this map.
Yeah.
Very, very chokeable.
Chiwi returns, as well as G2T. Oh, and we do see Neo.
And yeah, just as I was saying, you know, this is a map that's very easy to choke, very easy to lose combo. So who better to put in for the Malaysian squad than the combo god himself? Yeah, Neo in general for the Malaysian team is not someone that has the best accuracy on the team, but is very consistent when it comes to full comboing maps.
Alright, let's go.
So here we go.
All
This
Malaysia.
is
All Malaysia need to do is just win this.
Japan also needing to win this. If Japan can win this one, then we might have a really exciting match. But easier said than done.
Very rough start from the ice kick at the start.
Apple also dropping a lot of accuracy down to 99.2 for a bit there. So it's going to be fairly even between the two teams, all things considered. G2T and Ice Cake still a little bit behind the rest of the players. Neo dropping in accuracy now, a few 200s there, down to 99.5.
Difference maker right now is Chiwi.
Yeah, Chiwi, 99.9. Towering above everyone else. The second best accuracy in the lobby is Sleek Girl, 99.7. 0.2% of a difference between the top two in the lobby. But oh, Chiwi gets a 200 there. And it looks like the lead is basically negligible, nothing.
Yeah, just Ice K and G2T managing to cancel out Apple and Neo, but Chiwi is just towering above JH Legal.
Yeah, now, I mean, Japan's players that were previously struggling a little bit in accuracy have built back up completely, and now Japan have a bit of a lead, as Neo's still dropped a little bit behind in terms of accuracy. Chiwi's not holding that 99.9 still at this point into the map.
Oh, and Chiwi
that's a
misses!
miss!
That's the miss on the highest accuracy in the lobby!
Oh, now we can look at all three accuracies for Japan now higher than all three accuracies for Malaysia. Just like that, it's a huge accuracy lead, as well as that one miss from Malaysia. Japan have a bit of a buffer, but
oh, and
Sleek Girl
JH Legal
missing.
trade!
Highest
Oh,
accuracy
boy.
for Japan finds a miss now, and it's going to be really, really
it's a
close.
double.
A second
It's a
miss from-
second.
and
And
G2T.
G2T follows suit with a double as well. Malaysia will run away with it. Right at the end, but Apple drops. Is there enough time though? I don't think there is.
I don't think there's enough
I think
time.
it's
There's
too
enough.
soon.
The accuracy
Malaysia will
drops
take
from
it.
Japan were too much. Malaysia managing to take it in the end.
That was too close.
Yeah, 6-2. Close call at the end for Malaysia, but they managed to stop the bleeding before Japan got too much of that momentum in the match. And it is going to be a really solid win over here in the winners bracket for Malaysia.
Well played. Well played to Japan. They really dug deep, managing to take all they could against Malaysia, but it is going to be a victory to Malaysia once again.
Yeah, Japan very well could have taken... They showed that they can take a lot of points off of the top teams like Malaysia, of course. Very close in skill, but at the end of the day, it's the combos that matter here, and Malaysia getting the better combos on the day. That's going to do it for them. So they will proceed now in the winners bracket. Of course, Japan is still in this. They
Yes.
still have the losers bracket. They can still make a deep run through that avenue.
But they will be facing probably one of the worst opponents to face in the losers bracket. Japan will be facing Singapore next weekend. As for Malaysia, they are also having a similar fate. They will be facing Brazil.
Oh no!
Oh no. Good luck to
The-
you both.
No matter if they won or lost this match, there is a rough match ahead for both of the teams. Oh my god. Singapore in the losers bracket? Singapore versus Japan losers bracket? Huh? Oh wow, that is going to be a massive match to watch. Oh
Indeed.
man.
We still have 4 more matches remaining. Philippines and the United Kingdom are up next in 4 hours alongside Vietnam and France.
Yeah, we can see Philippines versus United Kingdom. That's going to be the last winners bracket match that we're seeing this weekend. The other 3, of course, being teams that we've already seen playing their second matches in the losers bracket here. So all of those teams, actually a little bit of an interesting dynamic going to be coming up for those 3 matches, in that those teams have some information on each other in this map pool. But definitely going to be something to stick around for. Make sure you tune in about 4 hours, 12 UTC. It's going to be a very exciting winners bracket match between the Philippines and United Kingdom.
Yeah, but before we go, banners. They are really cool. They support all the players in the tournament, and you should get them. Right, Pot?
Absolutely. Go support your favorite team. There are so many strong teams this year. There is so much possibility in which teams can make it far all the way, really. So make sure you go to the store, buy your favorite team's banner, and if they manage to win the tournament, you'll of course get it staying on your profile for a little bit longer. So in the meantime, though, make sure you stick around, make sure you come back in 4 hours, and we'll see you later.
See you.